cook these pork steaks, and I'm going to chop up some onions to go with it. And then I'm going to cook them on my little cast iron pan over there. Okay, so here's the meat I cooked, and I cooked it with the onions. It came out really, really good. That meat was on special. It was only $4 for that package, so it was a great deal. I just put salt and pepper and garlic on there. I didn't put a lot on there. When you cook it with the onions slowly and they caramelize, it gives it great flavor. This morning I am eating my egg and turkey bacon sandwich and my coffee. Yum. I love that. But also what I wanted to tell you is I have this big bag of apples I bought, which I do love apples. But I didn't eat them fast enough, so I don't want to waste them. And I have quite a few of them. There's the bag. Granny Smith apples. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make baked apples. So it's going to be really good. No crust. So it's kind of just like the apple pie filling, which I don't put a lot of sugar in there, and I just make it, and then you can serve it with maybe a little whipped cream or a little ice cream for a treat. So I'll show you that as I go along. Right now I'm just slicing them up, peeling it, saving all the peels for the chickens, and then I put them in the bowl. Okay, all the apples are peeled right here, the bowl of apples. I'm going to bake them in this pan right here, which I gave it a quick spray with the Pam oil. It has to have a lid. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the apples in here. Then I'm going to put in, well, I'm going to do it once. I can use both hands. Then I'm going to put in a cup of sugar. And I'm going to put in about 2 tablespoons of cinnamon, or a little more, depending on how much cinnamon you like. And then you're going to bake that at 375 for 45 minutes. And you have to stir it every 15 minutes. All right, so I have it all stirred up. Oops, let me show you. There it is. I'm going to keep the spoon out because I'm going to be stirring it every 15 minutes. Here's the lid. My oven is at 375, and I'm going to put it in there now. If you wanted to, you could always add some walnuts to the mixture, some raisins, maybe some whole oats, you know, depending. But I like to make it really, really simple. So then it's just the vanilla ice cream and then some cinnamon apples next to it in a bowl. That's what I like it simple. And it's surprising how everybody that I feed are like, oh, that's so good. And simple things can be really awesome. You don't have to complicate things. All right, I got the apples out of the oven, and it's time to stir them for the first time. So when you look at them, let me hold this better. When you look at them, the first time you stir them, you know, they look exactly, you know, normal. But they do feel a little bit softer. So you want to give it a good stir. And as you can see, it cooked down. It was like I barely could get the lid on it when I put it in there. And, you know, obviously the apples cooked down. It's like more wet, juicy. But it smells, you know, everybody knows. Apples and cinnamon smell really, really good when you're cooking it. Yum! So that's a nice dessert. If you know, if you're kind of trying to watch your weight or eat healthy, and you don't want to have a lot of crust, you know, you don't want to make the pie crust, you don't want cake, you know, you just want to try to be a little lighter in the way you're eating. But you still, you know, you still want it to be a treat, so it is going to be sweet. You know, this is one option. the apples with a little vanilla ice cream. And that way there's no flour involved in the recipe. Okay, so I'm going to put them back in there for 15 more minutes, and then I'm going to get them out and stir them again.